The butterfly catcher. Winter is when the world is set to die. That is what my mother told me. In autumn we raked the leaves and tilled the lands, and were grateful for its many gifts. We would need them when orange turned to white, and icicles froze like waiting knives on barren branches. And when the soil grew tough and the flowers all wilted, we would wrap ourselves in our cocoons and huddle in their silk. Winter is when the world is set to die, but in the spring we would rejoice. We would emerge from our hiding and huddle together instead of alone. We would drink the nectar of open flowers and dance in spraying springs. The water sparkled, and so did we, for we knew winter was far off, and there was nothing to fear when the sun was out. My mother died in the spring, and all the flowers in our field grew cold and dead like the snow could never make them. I would remember his face if he had a face to remember, the man who took my mother from me. He came dressed in gold and blue and orange, the colours of my mother's wings. Back then I was kind and happy to see visitors. Surely a man so bright and so beautiful would not squander our light when we welcomed him to our home. He sang us songs and painted us pictures, tales of far-off lands we would never see. He had no mouth to smile with, but he laughed like chimes in the wind, and we thought he was laughing with us. One night we all slept under the stars, me and my family and the butterfly man. I turned to look at him, tall and giant and gentle. In his glass eyes I saw my frown. "You do not have to leave," I said, and held his hand as big as my body. "It's spring, and the world is yet to die." He spoke no words, but sang a song, merry and bright in the canopy of stars. "O friend of mine, I've travelled far and captured many faces. Yours shines brightly like stage's light, where actors take their places. And though you've brought me many joys, there is something you must know. Wherever it is the flap of wings sing, I go, I go, I go." And then he wandered from his place and bid me well farewell. He disappeared into the night, and I wept like autumn's last day. But he would come again in the morning, one last time, and though he had no mouth to smile with, I knew he did not smile. My mother wilted in his gaze, and he picked his false teeth with her wings. I'd have cursed him, if the gods had not cursed him already. Like my mother's wings, his colours were a warning sign. Back then I was kind, but I am kind no longer. Winter is when the world is set to die, and the butterfly catcher will die with it.